Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of decades old products. I have some old bathroom stuff, some cleaners, some sunscreen. I have an old smoke detector from the early 90s, which says battery included. Will the battery still work after all these years? Will it be corroded? We're going to take a look at that at the end of the video. I have a new battery so we can try this thing out. This right here is an old box of sandwich bags. It's got a barcode on here, so that means it's from the 70s or later. Copyright on this is around 1965. Keep frozen food longer. And you see it's just these wax bags. There's like half of them still left in there. Next is some Water Babies sunscreen, SPF 30. This is copyright 1991 and 1992. Early 90s sunscreen. What will that look like inside? Okay, look, it's all stuck together. If I squeeze, look at that. Look at that big. Yeah, sunscreen, when it starts to get old, it starts falling apart and it won't work as well. Like this probably would still work, but you can't trust it to its full potential. It still smells completely the same. Yep, smells the same. Next here is some Brookes long-acting nasal spray. Brookes went out of business a while back. They were taken over by Rite Aid. And it says up here on the top, this expired in 1991. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. The seal's already broken. I'm sure somebody already used this just by looking at the end. I think it's used. Oh, now it's saying 1994, so yeah, I thought that was a 1. Yeah, it's a 4. Next we have Vicks Vapor Rub. Really old container. It still has a little bit in it. No date, because this stuff, I don't think it expires. 1956. I don't think it's that old. Possibly. Actually, there's a good chance it is because there's no barcode on this, so it's older than the 70s. It's nice, it has that nice blue glass. New containers are plastic. See, there's a little bit left inside there. Yeah, that smells really nice. Here's an old Afterbite, the itch eraser. This thing is pretty old too. There's no expiration date. It's got a nice metal clip. It still smells the same. And this stuff is still effective, no matter how old this thing is. Because I actually used this today. I bought it, and it worked. Use it on a mosquito bite. This here is some old 409. Copyright 1991. The shape of the bottle is now different. It still smells exactly the same. Got sold for $2.59. The end of this is a little bit different from what you have these days. So you flip this up and it locks down. Then you can go ahead and spray. I think the spring might be broken in this one. Next is some stops sunburn pain fast. And this expired in 1991, so this was probably manufactured in the 80s. Still pressurized. That seems like a high price for the 80s. Next is a free sample of Gain laundry detergent. You can tell it's old because it doesn't say HE. All the new ones would say HE, high efficiency, for the newer machines. You're not supposed to use this stuff in the new machines. 1993. This is still going to look the same. Yeah, that still looks exactly the same. It's like half full in there. Yeah, it still smells exactly the same. That's nice. Here's another sunscreen from 1993. And this one, look at that. See how it's all cracked? Doing just like the other one. Still smells completely normal if you were to remove that. Again, old sunscreen. It's not as effective, but it does work. I use some sunscreen because it's the only thing I had around from 2006. And I spent all day in the sun and it worked. Doesn't work as good supposedly, but it still worked for me. Here's some old Lysol Disinfectant. We're going to open this box up and see what it looks like inside. I think the copyright would be on the product. I don't see it on the box. Here it is. Look at it. It's all... Look at that. It's like smushed like a pancake over the years. What happened to it? When I open this up, I think it's going to expand because this thing, it's completely imploded, if you can see that. It's got a metal cap. Yeah, you see, it was a small... Yeah, it sucked in a little bit. Wow, that is a really weird smell. I remember that smell. I haven't smelled that in years, whatever that is. Yeah, that smells really good. Next, I have two of these boxes exactly the same. This one I started opening because they're very difficult to open without ripping. They're both brand new for athlete's foot and sore muscle aches. This stuff here smells just like rubbing alcohol. That Lysol I just smelled, I can't get that out of my nose. It's not a bad smell, I like it. So here's the inside. Comes with a whole bunch of instructions. I'm not going to go over them all, but we can just take a look at it. So pretty much the same thing that the box was showing. This comes in a nice glass container. It's a green liquid inside. For aching muscles. I think this would probably still work. A lot of medicated things don't necessarily go bad, they get weaker. That's how most pills work. Yeah, that still smells good. Smells like alcohol to me. Here's an old bar of soap. Special offer, 10 cents. Usually the shorter barcode means it's like from the early 80s. Soap, I don't think it expires. I can't even smell the soap anymore. It just smells like the house it came from. Here's some baking soda. The box has changed a bit because now the whole thing is like a big mesh netting, but back then it had these slots. I wonder if they tore those out or if it came open. Okay, up here on the top, the person who used it, I found this in their refrigerator. 9/17/1994. That's when they put it in their fridge. And that costs 99 cents. That's a pretty big box for 99 cents these days. Here I have 2 containers of Static Guard. You see the older one here, it shows you can spray it around those old TVs used to do a lot of static, especially when you shut them off. This is the newer container of the 2. This one is from 1995. Best if used by 2002 is okay. So this expired in 2002. So this had like a 7-year shelf life then. Still completely pressurized if you were going to use that. Well, this one wasn't stamped on the bottom. This one, where's this one's date? 84. You see all the tops have changed. So this is the one from the 80s. They basically look the same. Not much has changed. We got a few more products here. This here is for moths. I don't see a date on the container, but I know it's old because the price tag says Ames. Ames went out of business in the early 2000s. Used to be Hills. This here is rug cleaner. Still completely pressurized. See how the top looks? Totally different. The last product for today is Hospital Disinfectant. It's almost empty and there's no pressure left in it. Okay, here we go. We're going to open up that smoke detector now. Brand new, not faded. Early 90s smoke detector. What does it say? Push and hold to test weekly. Yeah, you push that light Unless there's something to pull. The battery's dead. Not even sure how to quite open that. Here we go. Oh, look, the battery, you gotta turn it around so it doesn't go bad in the package. Here's their mounting screws. These old ones with this stuff here where it says caution, radioactive, these ones seem to be better than the new ones. I know they say to replace your smoke detector every few years, but I have some old ones from the 1980s in my house along with the brand new ones. And the old ones go off before the new ones. They're so sensitive, these things. Like, I have one that was behind a closed door. It responded before the one in the hallway outside where the smoke was even went off when I was cooking. These old ones seem to be a lot better. Let's take a look at this battery in there. It's Ever Ready. Classic. Let's see if that still has power. No, it's dead. I did the tongue test. It gives you a little shock. This is dead. But why not stick it in there anyways and try it? Yeah, that's dead. Still gonna keep the battery though. It's not leaking. That's pretty cool, that battery. Never seen one like that before. Here's the user's manual. That'll go back in the box. Here, I have a new battery here. So, these old ones here are also, I think, louder than the new ones, usually. Yeah, you see that? Go ahead and push this in. There we go. I was pushing into place, so now it's active. Close it up. And I can push the test button on this thing. Okay, so this is a newer model. I have one from the 80s. When it's going off, it's not going beep, 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 beep. It's a solid pulse. Just a loud, annoying, high-pitched sound. Assembled in Mexico. Well, all the other ones I have are from the USA. So I'm going to get a match and blow a little bit of smoke in this thing to try it out. Okay, that's the sensor in there. So I got my old 1970s matches here. Go ahead and light one of these up. It works. I just blew the smoke out of it to get it to shut up. I'm going to put it on the floor where the smoke isn't. So, you see it. It works. That's nice. Thanks for watching.